In the year 1693, the vast expanse of the Caribbean Sea was a realm of both beauty and peril, a place where the sun's golden rays danced upon the waves, yet hidden beneath the surface lay the remnants of countless shipwrecks and the secrets of the deep. It was during this time that the galleon known as the San Cristobal embarked on a fateful journey, one that would echo through the annals of maritime history, shrouded in mystery and legend. The San Cristobal was a majestic vessel, a proud representation of the Spanish Empire's naval prowess. Built in the bustling shipyards of Seville, her hull was crafted from the finest oak, and her sails, billowing like the wings of a great bird, were woven from the strongest canvas. She was designed to carry not only cargo, but also the hopes and dreams of her crew, who set out to navigate the treacherous waters of the Caribbean in search of fortune and adventure. Captain Ignacio de la Vega, a seasoned mariner with salt in his veins and a heart full of ambition, commanded the San Cristobal. He was a man of imposing stature, with a weathered face that bore the marks of countless storms and battles fought upon the high seas. His crew was a motley assortment of men from various backgrounds, each driven by their own desires. There was Mateo, the young cabin boy with wide eyes and a spirit of unyielding curiosity. Diego, the grizzled first mate, who had seen more than his fair share of shipwrecks. And the enigmatic Antonio, a navigator with a mysterious past whose maps and charts were said to be infused with an otherworldly knowledge. The San Cristobal was laden with treasures destined for the Spanish crown, an opulent cargo that included gold ingots, silver coins, and precious gems. It was whispered among the crew that the ship carried a relic of immense power, a jewel known as the Heart of the Ocean, rumored to possess the ability to grant its possessor unimaginable wealth and influence. This legend only intensified the fervor of the crew, each man dreaming of the riches that awaited them upon their arrival in Havana. The journey began with great fanfare, the galleon setting sail under a brilliant blue sky, the air thick with the scent of salt and adventure. The crew sang shanties as they hoisted the sails, their voices rising above the sound of crashing waves. But as the days turned into weeks, the initial excitement began to wane, replaced by the monotony of life at sea. The sun blazed relentlessly, and the nights were filled with the haunting calls of distant gulls. Tensions began to simmer among the crew, fueled by the superstitions that clung to them like a shroud. It was during one such night, under a canopy of stars that seemed to whisper secrets of the deep, that the San Cristobal encountered a storm unlike any other. The winds howled with a ferocity that threatened to tear the sails asunder, and the waves rose like mountains, crashing against the hull with a deafening roar. Captain de la Vega fought valiantly to maintain control, his voice rising above the chaos as he barked orders to his crew. But the storm was relentless, a tempest born of the very wrath of the sea. As the galleon battled the elements, a flash of lightning illuminated the horizon, revealing a ghostly silhouette on the water. It was a ship, old and battered, its sails tattered and torn. The crew of the San Cristobal exchanged nervous glances, for they had heard tales of ghost ships that roamed the seas, cursed to sail forever in search of a port they could never find. But Captain de la Vega, driven by a mix of fear and fascination, ordered the crew to steer towards the apparition. As they drew closer, the phantom vessel seemed to shimmer in the storm's fury, its form both alluring and terrifying. The crew strained to catch a glimpse of its name, but the letters were obscured by the rain. Suddenly, a deafening clap of thunder shook the very foundations of the galleon, and in that instant, the ghost ship vanished, swallowed by the darkness of the storm. The San Cristobal was left reeling, the crew shaken by the encounter, their minds swirling with questions and doubts. The storm raged on, and the galleon was tossed about like a mere toy in the hands of a child. One by one, the crew began to disappear, swept overboard by monstrous waves or lost in the chaos of the storm. Captain de la Vega fought to keep his ship afloat, but the forces of nature were too great. In a final act of desperation, he ordered the remaining crew to abandon ship, hoping against hope that they might find refuge on a nearby island. But as the men plunged into the churning waters, the San Cristobal was engulfed by the depths, disappearing without a trace. The sea, in its infinite cruelty, had claimed the galleon, along with its treasures and its crew, leaving only the whispers of their fate to linger in the hearts of those who dared to sail the Caribbean thereafter. In the aftermath of the galleon's disappearance, tales began to circulate among the coastal towns and bustling ports. Fishermen spoke of ghostly lights flickering on the horizon, while sailors claimed to hear the mournful cries of the lost crew echoing through the night. The legend of the San Cristobal grew, entwining itself with the fabric of maritime lore. Some said that the heart of the ocean still lay buried beneath the waves, its power waiting to be unleashed by those brave enough to seek it. Years passed, and the story of the lost galleon became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers that lurked within the depths of the sea. The disappearance of the San Cristobal had a profound impact on maritime history, prompting a wave of superstitions and beliefs among sailors. The mere mention of the galleon's name sent shivers down the spines of seasoned mariners, who believed that the spirits of the crew haunted the waters, forever searching for their lost ship. Adventurers and treasure hunters, drawn by the allure of the galleon's riches, took to the seas in search of the San Cristobal. Some claimed to have glimpsed the ghostly silhouette of the ship sailing through the fog, while others reported finding remnants of the crew's belongings washed ashore. Each discovery only fueled the fire of legend, and the galleon became a symbol of both hope and despair. Among those captivated by the tale was a young woman named Isabella, the daughter of a fisherman in a small coastal village. From a young age, she had been enchanted by the stories of the sea, often sitting by the shore, listening to the old sailors recount their adventures. As she grew, Isabella became determined to uncover the truth behind the legend of the San Cristobal, believing that the lost galleon held the key to her own destiny. With a heart full of courage and a mind brimming with curiosity, Isabella set out on her quest. She studied maps and navigational charts, learning the ways of the sea. She sought out the wisdom of the elders, gathering tales and fragments of information about the fateful journey of the San Cristobal. Each piece of knowledge brought her closer to the truth, igniting a fire within her that could not be extinguished. Isabella's journey led her to the very waters where the galleon had vanished. Armed with little more than her determination and a small boat, she set sail, guided by the stars and the whispers of the past. The sea, once a source of fear for her, became a canvas upon which she painted her dreams. Each wave that crashed against her vessel felt like a heartbeat, a reminder that she was part of something far greater. Days turned into weeks as she navigated the treacherous waters, encountering storms that tested her resolve, and moments of tranquility that filled her with awe. She listened to the songs of the sea, the melodies of the wind and waves weaving a tapestry of stories that transcended time. And in those moments, she felt a connection to the lost crew of the San Cristobal, as if their spirits were guiding her on her quest. One fateful night, as Isabella drifted under a blanket of stars, she spotted a flickering light in the distance. Heart racing, she steered her boat toward the glow, her instincts urging her forward. As she drew closer, the light revealed itself to be a small island, shrouded in mist and mystery. It was a place untouched by time, where the whispers of the past mingled with the rustling of leaves. Isabella anchored her boat and stepped onto the shore, her heart pounding with anticipation. The island was eerily quiet, the air thick with a sense of magic and possibility. As she ventured deeper into the foliage, she stumbled upon a hidden cove, its waters shimmering with an otherworldly glow. It was here that she felt the presence of the San Cristobal, as if the very essence of the galleon lingered in the air. In that moment, Isabella understood that the lost galleon was not merely a tale of tragedy, but a story of resilience and hope. The heart of the ocean, the legendary jewel that had eluded so many, was not just an object of wealth, but a symbol of the dreams and aspirations of those who had sailed upon the San Cristobal. It was a reminder that even in loss, there could be beauty and purpose. With newfound determination, Isabella began to search the cove, her heart attuned to the rhythm of the sea. Days turned into nights as she scoured the shoreline, uncovering remnants of the past. A rusted sword, a weathered compass, fragments of pottery that hinted at the lives once lived aboard the galleon. Each discovery was a piece of the puzzle, a connection to the crew who had ventured forth in search of fortune. As she delved deeper into the island's secrets, Isabella felt the weight of history upon her shoulders. She realized that the legends surrounding the San Cristobal were not just stories to be told, but lessons to be learned. The loss of the galleon had shaped the lives of countless individuals, leaving an indelible mark on the tapestry of maritime history. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue upon the waters, Isabella sat by the cove, reflecting on her journey. She understood that she had not only sought the truth of the San Cristobal, but had also discovered her own purpose. The sea, with all its mysteries and dangers, had become her ally, a force that propelled her forward. In the distance, the sound of waves crashing against the shore echoed like a heartbeat, a reminder of the lives lost and the stories yet to be told. Isabella felt a deep sense of gratitude for the journey she had undertaken, for the legends that had inspired her, and for the spirits of the lost crew who had guided her along the way. As she prepared to leave the island, Isabella made a vow to honor the memory of the San Cristobal and its crew. She would share their story with the world, ensuring that their legacy would not be forgotten. The Galleon, once lost to the depths of the sea, would live on through her words, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the unyielding quest for adventure. With the first light of dawn breaking on the horizon, Isabella set sail once more, her heart full of hope and purpose. The sea stretched out before her, a vast expanse of possibility, and she knew that the story of the San Cristobal was far from over. It would continue to inspire those who dared to dream, a reminder that even in the face of loss, there is always a path to discovery and a chance to forge one's own destiny.